Today I will be reviewing Hustle and Soul Season 1, Episode 6. So we had to pick up where we left off last week. And where we left off was, remember, Anna beat Lawrence's ass. Kind of pier, it looks like. Some kind of harbor by some water. And it looked like it could have been a really pretty scenery, but I just couldn't concentrate. You know, remember last week when he was dressed like Rumpelstiltskin? I thought that was the worst I ever seen him look, and that those days would be over with. I never thought this soon I will be wishing for the Rumpelstiltskin look to come back. You should have seen his outfits throughout this entire episode. I tried not to focus on it, but every scene, it made it hard to concentrate. So he's standing at the pier with Thandi, looking like Isaac Hayes, with some dark shades on, a beard, an open shirt, like straight out the damn 70s. Child, I don't know where he gets his fashion style from. But anyway, so he's telling Thandi that Anna quit, and so I want you to come back as the GM. And child, you should have seen the sparkle in her eyes. She was like, oh, my masterful plan worked. Because remember, all she wanted out of life was to was to beat Anna's ass. Okay, so he's telling her what she want to hear, and she's getting more and more excited. So excited that she tells herself, she can't stop herself from saying, well, if there was no Anna, and I don't remember the words. Remember, I'm still a little tired. But would you date me, basically? Okay, it wasn't in those words. And he was like, what you saying? And then he got the sparkles on. And he was like, yeah. And I don't know what happened. He ended up kissing her, tonguing her right there in the damn harbor. Child. Now, I was yelling at the TV, well, what about Anna? You was just crying 5 minutes ago about Anna's ass, and now you're tonguing down Thandi. She gets to the pink teacup bright and early, sitting in Anna's spot, all excited to be the GM. So it was one of the twins was there first, and he was like, hey, you're back. And she was like, yes, and I'm going to be the GM. That damn Thandi is ruthless, I'm telling you. So Lawrence comes out the back, this time, child, dressed like like Bruce Lee. He looked like a damn karate instructor. He had this bandana. He looked like Bruce Lee. I mean, okay, I'm getting sidetracked again. But his clothes, because you're a chef. How can you mess that up? He messed it up. Anyway, he came out the back and he told Thandi, I'm going to need you to, you got to look out for me because this is part of the brainwashing. I can't make it without you. You're the best. You're the only one here for me. When everybody finds out that Thandi's the new GM, nobody is happy. Like, they're pissed. And rightfully so, because she will jump over bar stools and beat you up and try to hit you. She's dangerous. And nobody wants to work for a maniac. So Lawrence comes prancing out the back again, out onto the floor, still dressed like Mr. Miyagi, the karate instructor. He decides to start talking to his employees, mostly Sana and Candice, right there on the floor in front of customers. And I think he did this because I think he thinks he's so smooth at this point that he could just brainwash these women into thinking anything he wants them to think. So he starts in with now listen, Thandi's the new GM, and we need to work together because this is what he does to get people to fall in line. We are a family. We got to stick together. But they weren't buying it this time. They was like, yeah, we need to stick together, but not with her ass. She's dangerous. So this conversation starts escalating on the floor in front of customers. Okay, so this is where they wanted to go down. It ain't my restaurant. This is
So
where
the
it
next
went
scene,
down. He's in this really pretty green park with Candice, and yet again, he distracted me. His ass came walking around that corner in some checkered plaid glittery pajamas, as if he needed to get into bed with anybody else. Like, I'm thinking, he must not have no mirrors in his house. I'm just saying. Because have you ever went and tried something on and it looked good at the store, but then when you got home, he's like, no. He doesn't have that sensor. It's insane. This man would put on anything. Even Candice was like, what are you wearing? I mean, what is these women, they must be blind. But anyway, let me get back to the scene. So he's in the scene with Candice. They're at this really pretty park. They sit at this bench. And my beloved Candice did the inevitable. She decides to tell Lawrence that she has feelings for him. What are you doing, Cat? I was screaming at the cat. Candice, no! What are you doing? No! Child, please. And he was loving it. Have you ever, somebody said something that you thought was really sweet, but you tried not to spell, but you couldn't help it, so you did one of these? That's what he was doing. So they get back to the restaurant, and the Ice Princess, a.k.a. Thandi, is having a hard time being Anna. Like, she is having a terrible time being GM. I might as well say she's sucking at the job, okay? She's not doing a very good job. Plus, she's very much hated. Things is not working out. He needs Anna back. Now, Anna might have a drinking problem and a temper problem and an overjealous problem, but according to Lawrence, she knows how to run a restaurant. So they get back, and at the worst possible time, the twins realize that a critic is in the building, a food critic, and he is tasting the foods. Well, you know, everybody gets on their P's and Q's when a critic is in the building because you never know what they're going to say. But instead of just serving him the food and just hoping everything goes good, Lawrence panics. So he comes from out the back, still dressed like Bruce Lee. Maybe Jet Li this time because it was black. Still dressed like Jet Li with the thing on his head. And he starts becoming over catering to this critic. You cannot win good critiques by being overly pleasant or over catering. It has to be a is what it is situation. Either they're gonna like the food or they're not. But he was very, very nervous. So when he didn't like something, they would send it back and bring out something else. He had a couple drinks. Candice kept remixing the drinks until he said he liked things, which in my opinion was a little overboard. You cannot ask that's what it was, a critic. They have to like the food on their own. But you know, he was very nervous because at the end of the day, he's got this whole Michelin star thing in his head that he won't let go of. So the next day, the review is out and a contactless Anna comes to let him know because she wanted to make sure that he knew that the review was out. She came without those green, blue, gray, I don't know what color they are, contacts. And I think she looks so much better with her natural eyes. I don't know why women are into those contacts, but it's probably a fad. Just like, remember Kenya Moore used to wear them? Get those out your eyes. So she came by to read the review to Lawrence. And basically he said he liked the food and he named the dishes and whatnot. And that while he is just reinventing meals that are already good. Anyway, he said something about he's on his way to one day being a Michelin star restaurant one day. And one of the problems he had with the restaurant was the service. Oh, wow. This sends Lawrence into a depressed, because all he wants out of life is a Michelin star, So he gets everybody in this meeting, and he is furious. And he thinks that they are the reason he did not get a flawless review. He forgets the point that he also was bugging the damn critic his damn self. So he starts out, y'all are not on your job, you're not doing this right. And at first, everybody was trying to talk to him civilly. I think it was Sana who said it first, yeah, but shut up! He's in a rage. I'm the boss, you ain't the boss. And y'all ain't this, y'all ain't that. And then Candice was like, wait a minute, we're trying, and he's just not letting her talk. He's cutting her off. And she's like, but wait a minute, we're here to help you. And they are. The whole damn staff is there to help him. But he is in a rage. He can't hear anybody right now because he is not only in a rage, he's in a Michelin star rage. Like, that's worse than any other kind of rage. Like, he been talking about this Michelin star the whole damn time. He's in a Michelin star rage. So, for some reason, he says, you're the reason, and he's talking to Candice, you're the reason Anna's not here anymore. Now, everybody know that is not true. So Candice was like, wait a minute, no, you're the reason Anna's not here no more. You and your wicked ways. Now, she didn't say wicked ways, but in my head, she said wicked ways. And he was like, no, you do. And she stood up like she couldn't take it no more. My poor little Candice. That's why you should never told him you had feelings for him. Because you can't tell a guy you like them. If they like you, they'll find your ass. You don't do it all the way around. So she is real emotional right now. And she just didn't think. And she came out. That's why you got Thandy's ass pregnant. Now remember, all the time I was tired because I was been hanging out. But I had no signs of tiredness. I fell forward and I said, like, what? Thandy's pregnant? What? Candice can't take it anymore. She went into a rage. And she pulled the Anna part 2. Now, remember, Anna whooped his ass last week? This week, it was Candice. And it was 30 times worse than Anna's. She started throwing stuff at him, breaking glasses, picking up bottles, slamming the damn bottles. It turned into sheer mayhem. Shit was all over the floor. It was insane. Somebody tried to hold her back. I think it was probably somebody from the damn crew that came from the other side of the camera. It was mayhem. So it just all broke out. So next thing I know, Sana's outside with the twins, like, in shock. They were in shock, like, oh my God. Candice runs out. She has blood dripping down her arm. They're like, oh my God, you're hurt, your heart hurt. They look up and the damn police is there. He called the cops on her. Oh my God. So thanks for watching my review.